Good evening and welcome to my channel Equity One. And today we are going to speak about some interesting news in economics again. And this time the news is all about again TCS, the India's most respected software company, bagging up a $1.9 billion deal from Nest UK. Now, Nest UK is basically into the pension services and they are getting a very big project worth about $2 billion in terms of administrative maintenance and application services. Now, as I was talking about this in the previous video, I was always bullish about this IT sector. And this is one of the examples which I would like to share with all of you, stating the factor that yes, IT sector is going to make rapid strides in the coming years. So definitely I would tell my people out there, please do have a watch out on the IT sector because companies like TCS, Tech Mahindra would definitely make a very good movement in terms of upside in the share. And with new projects coming in, this is definitely going to be a very big push for TCS. Now, when you get a projects like pension services or when you get projects like the banking and financial services, they're going to be a long-term projects. Also, they're going to be a projects of very big size and order. So definitely that's going to make a positive impact towards the share value of TCS. Moving forward, I would also like to share with you the news about the expansion of the 5G services and the growth in volume that's going to happen in the coming years. We had a very wonderful statistics in the newspaper today talking about the growth of 5G services, internet and mobile services at the rate at which it's going to grow by the year 2028. The most astonishing factor is that we would see that the growth rate would touch almost like about 58 exabyte altogether. So, probably we would be going even more higher than that in terms of the usage value. Currently, across the globe, when we are talking about that more than 830 million smartphone users available, but now we're going to talk about something in India where we're going to see that India would have more than 1.14 billion people who will be using the smartphone devices in the coming next 5 years. And we are also seeing that the internet demand and 5G services demand would go up to such an extent by at least by 60% more in terms of the volume. So that is also positive news that we need to work about. Why? Because companies like Airtel, Jio and Vodafone Idea definitely have a positive stance. And I was speaking about this when I was talking about Vodafone Idea trying to expand on their equity basis more. So this is some of the positive snippets which I would like to share upon, trying to tell you where exactly the movement of the market is all about. Now, coming back to some of the negative news that has been there in the market for some time is about the Z and Sony merger. And Sony is very, very cautious about the factor that the Z promoters who have been pulled up by SEBI and by the other regulatory agencies for the misuse of funds. So now Sony is very, very cautious about this factor that unless and until they see a positive development on the board of Z Entertainment, they would not be going in for this merger at all. So definitely these are certain news that we need to watch out. Why? Because any negative impact on the management would also impact the share altogether. Now, with this amount of improvement going on further, we also see that there is a huge positivity that is coming in terms of the IT as well as the IT enabled services that's going to be in a big boom. The share which I would like to recommend today is ICICI Prudential share because I see that currently the market is somewhere around 560s where it has been trading altogether, and the target price for this share would be around 640 in the coming months. The reasons are very simple. The premiums are going on a higher side and there is a 15 to 20% upward movement that you can see in the ICICI Prudential share. And with the introduction of new CEO coming to the company, this is going to be a very good chance for ICICI Prudential to make a new mark in terms of the price. So I would recommend all my viewers to look into ICICI Prudential shares, which will make a vast difference and will definitely give you a positive return in the coming months. Meet you back again in the next video. Until then, it's a goodbye from my side. Thank you for joining me today on this wonderful session. Keep investing smartly and keep growing your wealth on a positive direction. Thank you guys for joining me today.